world? Established Rich coming right back at you. And today, I want to talk about something that actually matters. This is about Fivio Foreign and the decision he made that's got a lot of people misreading it. Because some people heard rehab and translated that to weakness. I heard it and translated it to self-awareness. And there was a huge difference. Fivio didn't get dragged into this. He didn't get exposed into this. He didn't get court-ordered into this. He sat down with his family, his team, and his probation officer and made a decision while he still has control over his life. That's important because most people wait until control is taken from them. Let's talk about the context for a second. This is a man who just did 196 days locked up. Anybody that's ever been in a cell knows time moves different in there. You got way too much time to think, way too much time to reflect, way too much time to ask yourself, how did I end up in here? And you also get a preview of what your future looks like if you don't change anything. That's the part people miss. Jail is not a punishment, it's a mirror. And when Fivio came home, instead of pretending he was untouched, instead of running back to the same moves, he said out loud that he wants to live and he does not want to lose what he has. That's not a throwaway statement. That's a man acknowledging that he's at the crossroads. People keep saying, rehab is only a week or two. That tells me they don't understand how this works. Treatment is not a vacation. It's a pause button. It's the moment where you get your mind quiet enough to hear the things you've been ignoring. And if you ain't never been there, you don't realize how loud life gets when you stop ignoring it.
I wanna let y'all know, with the help of my team, my wife, my family, my probation officer, and the people I've been talking to, I'm admitting myself into a rehab center. You know what I'm saying? In the next couple days, for like a week or two, I had to pay $10,000 to get into it. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like I'm at a point where, you know, I want to change, I want to live, and I want to stop making a lot of dumb decisions and a lot of dumb mistakes that I've been making. You know what I'm saying? I thank y'all for supporting me throughout the years. And this is something serious. I want y'all to support me and I want y'all to ride with me through this journey. You know what I'm saying? I got my beautiful lifestyle and I don't want to lose that for nothing. 2026, you know what I'm saying? Don't ask me, there's a lot of things you shouldn't ask me to do. Switch up the program on y'all. A lot of we looked up to in the streets and in the industry folded on me. When I say folded on me, them niggas folded on all of us. You know what I'm saying? That shit just broke my heart. So I never say f the streets, and I never do that dumbass challenge these niggas is doing. But I'ma focus on my family. I still f my niggas, and I love all my niggas. Ain't nobody behind them walls. I'm leaving. You know what I'm saying? Like, none of that shit. I f with all of them. I f with all my niggas. I'm still a sick. I'm just...
Now, let me say this clear, because I'm not romanticizing anything. Going to treatment don't fix you. It opens the door. The real work starts when you come out and you have to learn how to live different in the same world. That's the part nobody talks about. And that's why I'm hoping Fivio don't just go through the motions. I've been in rooms full of people who got clean, started feeling better, and decided they ain't have to listen to nobody no more. That confidence can turn into ego real fast. And ego is what puts most people right back where they started. This is also why I want to address the opiate part without sensationalizing it. We are in a time where using is not just risky, it's unpredictable. People are not losing their lives because they went too far. They're losing their lives because the math don't work anymore. You don't know what you're getting. You don't know how strong it is. You don't know what it's mixed with. That's why I don't laugh at nobody who decides to step away. That's survival instinct. Recovery is not premium based. It's intention based. You can change your life in a free program if you honest and willing. You can relapse in the most expensive place on earth if you're not careful. Money don't buy sobriety. It just buys comfort. What actually matters is whether or not you ready to hear what you don't want to hear. And here's the part I really respect. Fivio did this publicly. Most artists would have hid, denied it, or would have just waited till the story leaked. He looked his fans in the face and said, I need support and I don't want to throw my life away. That's a different type of leadership because somebody watching him is going to realize they not alone in the struggle. And even if one person decides to get help because of him, that means more than any song. This is not about image, it's about direction. And right now, Fivio is pointing his life in a better direction. Listen, when we talk about recovery and hip hop, we have to be honest about the environment. The industry ain't built for healing. It's built for access, temptation, and constant validation. Everywhere you turn, somebody is offering you a shortcut, a drink, a pill, a way to take the edge off. And the scariest part, nobody calls it destruction because you still making money. They call it turning up. They call it the lifestyle. They call it part of the game until it ain't no more. This is why I don't look at Fivio's decision as just a personal move. I look at it as him pushing back against a system that profits when you don't slow down. Let's be real about this. When you hot, people don't want you healthy. They want you available. Available for shows, available for features, available for content, available for chaos. And if you numb enough to keep saying yes, nobody questions it. The moment you say, I need to step away, now it's a problem. Now it's why you falling back. Why you moving different? You good? That's pressure. And it's a different type of pressure when you come from nothing and now you got everything to lose. Fivio said it plain. I like my life and I don't want to lose it. That's not materialism. That's a man who knows how fast all of this can disappear. Listen, talent don't protect you, success don't protect you, and money don't protect you. I've seen people with everything lose it all because they thought it would be different for them. They thought they had control. They thought they could balance it until they couldn't. And this is where I want to slow down for a second. Getting clean is not the finish line. It's the starting line. The real test is what you do when you come back to the same streaks, the same people, the same triggers with a clear mind. That's when discipline matters. That's when you find out if you really ready to change or if you just needed a break. This is why I hope Fivio does one thing specific. I hope he listens, even when he starts feeling better, because feeling better is dangerous when you confuse it with being fixed. I've been in these rooms. I've seen people get their color back, start laughing again, start thinking clear. And then they decide, I don't need the program no more. That's how relapse sneaks in, not through pain, but through confidence. Now let's talk about fame specifically. Fame does not heal you. It amplifies you. Whatever you are running from gets louder when everybody knows your name. That's why so many artists look strong on camera, but they fragile off of it. The camera turns off, the crowd goes home, and you just left with your thoughts. That's where the real work is. That's why I respect that Fivio brought his family into this. Recovery don't work in isolation. You need people who can tell you no without worrying about your status. You need people who are not impressed by you. You need people who care more about your life than your output. That's how you stay grounded. And to anybody watching this who struggles quietly, let me make this clear. Asking for help is not failure, it's strategy. Waiting until you lose everything is not strength, it's pride. Fivio chose to interrupt his own pattern. Most people don't do that until the pattern destroys them. That's why this matters. This is not a headline. This is a fork in the road. And which direction he takes next is going to depend on what he does when nobody is applauding him for making the right decision. Listen, when I see what Fivio did, I don't see a rapper going to rehab. I see a man interrupting his own story before it ends badly. And that's important because hip-hop has a graveyard full of people who waited too long. Not because they were weak, but because they thought they had more time. Time is the one thing the game never gives you back. 2 years in jail is a long time. 2 years lost to addiction is a long time. But 2 years spent learning how to live clean, think clear, and move with purpose can change the rest of your life. And that's the trade Fivio Foreign is gonna make. This ain't about image. This ain't about money. This ain't about looking responsible for the camera. This is about a man saying, I like my life and I don't want to die for my habits. That takes courage in a culture that celebrates self-destruction as long as the music is fire. I hope he stays, I hope he listens, and I hope he does the uncomfortable work after he's released. Because the real test is not getting sober. The real test is staying sober when nobody's watching. And for anybody out there who needed to hear this, you don't have to hit rock bottom to change direction. And you don't have to lose everything to decide you want better. Choosing yourself is not quitting, it's growing. And if Fivio comes back stronger, more healthier, and more present for his family, then this moment will matter more than any song he ever dropped. But hey, that's just my opinion. What's yours? Like, comment, subscribe, establish Rich. I'll be back with another one. Peace.